here on a Tuesday, and the major U.S. stock averages are once again flat. Of course, all eyes are on Thursday of this week. So ahead of that Thursday, we have Alan Valdes of SilverBear Capital. Alan, great to have you here today.
Well, thanks for having me, Remy.
Well, once again, we started lower on the session, but here we are. The equity averages are flat now. The dollar is lower, the yen is higher, and of course, it's all about the risk on Super Thursday, or so some analysts are calling it. So how are you advising your clients at this point?
You know, keep your powder dry. I mean, you're seeing it because the volume's very light, under 200 million right now, and, you know, it's after 11 o'clock. So things are very quiet. And you're right. They're waiting to see what Comey says. And I think it's going to be more he said, she said. And he's very good at dancing around answers. So I don't think he's going to implicate himself by saying something stupid where if the president did say something out of line, he should have mentioned it in earlier testimony before the Senate. So I don't think we'll hear anything new at all.
And of course, we have the trifecta of events on Thursday. We have the ECB meeting, the UK election, and of course, that Comey testimony in front of the Senate Intelligence Committee. So, of course, all those things are important. But we also got that jobs report last Friday, and we do have the Fed meeting next week. So, what do you expect to see from the Fed meeting next week as well as the rest of this year?
You know, I think we're going to see the Fed raise quarter of a point. I mean, yeah, the jobs number you could say was disappointing, but it still showed growth. I mean, be it very small growth, it still showed growth. Today, job openings were at a 5-year high. 6 million job openings are out there right now. So there's plenty of work around if people want to work. So I think you're going to see them say, you know what, let's just raise another quarter point. I think it's the right time also.
And here we are, we're looking at crude oil once again rage-bound. Now, yesterday we did get some news that moved crude oil futures, WTI and Brent, and that is, of course, the Arab nations cutting ties with Doha. Were you surprised by that, and how do you see that playing out?
You know, I was surprised with the Qatar move and things of that nature over there. It's the first time in 25 years we've seen any kind of fluctuation between the countries, and it was kind of surprising. But overall, I don't think it's going to move the needle that much. You know, the United States now is such a big exporter. Recover reservables, they were 186 million about 5 years ago. Now we have 8 billion because of new technology and fracking. So that's going to weigh on the price of oil forever, I think, really, at least our lifetime. Remember that find they found with the new technology and fracking in Texas, it's 100 years worth of natural gas. That's a game changer.
And speaking about game changers and sectors, I do want to get your take on what we're seeing with some tech names now, Alphabet as well as Amazon. Whenever we get any certain benchmarks, then that is reported in the headlines. But for technology, banking, all the other sectors, has your position changed as we continue to grind higher?
You know, I still like them. I think a lot of money's coming in. Merrill Lynch had a note earlier in the week where the tech sector's the biggest funds and the inflow of funds in the tech sector is at a 15-year high, and they think it's going to continue. So a lot of that money is just being weighted into all the techs. And you know what was good though? You saw that rotation after the election. When the president got elected, you saw the infrastructure, banks, private prisons. They were all on the upside. Then we smoothly rotated out of them into the techs, or as they like to call them, the fangs. So I think we'll have a run. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that straight rocket ship run, but I think we'll still have a run in the techs for a long time.
Okay, Alan, well, thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday, and have a great week.
Thanks, Remy. You too.